Well, hey guys, Brian here with you from the Horror Experience. I hope you're enjoying. Um, Sorry, I gotta turn this music down a little bit. I hope you're enjoying the Dark Corners so far. I'm actually touching on a lot of light films right now. I've got stuff that's gonna make your stomach turn here probably in the next day or so. But I wanted to touch on some new arrivals and then also kind of review some stuff that I just finished. I watched Uninvited. I actually meant to watch this last night, but then I got sleepy and decided, I'll push it till tomorrow. So the wife and I watched it and really enjoyed it. It's directed by Graydon Clark, and he's well known for a lot of great um, B-rated independent films. Satanic Cheerleaders is one that I still would like to get, which is one of his. He also did Without Warning, which was a great alien flick. Probably one of his better films, actually. But this thing here is a lot of fun. It's about a cat who's involved in an experiment in a laboratory where they've injected the cat with this experimental virus. And it causes the cat to mutate and then escape. Now, it's not actually mutating here. It's what's actually happening is the cat is actually regurgitating this monster cat, and it comes out of the regular cat and then goes on its killing, and then comes back and returns to the regular cat, to the body of the regular cat, and then basically moves around as a regular cat. So it can move around pretty much undetected, or people just assume that it is a regular cat. It's really pretty interesting. The monster cat kind of reminds me of a ghoulie in a sense. This cover is actually kind of inaccurate. There's about 5 covers to this movie with different cats and stuff on it, and one of them actually has a cat that's looks a lot like a demon, which is probably more accurate. But anyway, the cat escapes and kills some people at the lab, obviously, and then this guy that has connections to the mob, who is also a hotel owner, meets up with some really pretty young ladies, and they decide that they are gonna go to the hotel. Because they're pretty, he invites them to his yacht for a party. So the girls and a bunch of their friends go along, and they go to the yacht. The cat gets on the yacht, or is actually brought on the yacht, I believe, and starts regurgitating itself and killing people on the yacht. It's a lot of fun, and there's a bunch of mobsters on the yacht. One of them is actually, I think the boss is actually George Kennedy, which is really funny to see him in this. The Satanic Cheerleaders that I want to get actually has Yvonne DiCarlo in it from the Munsters. Graydon Clark got a hold of some pretty kind of high-end actors at times. Anyway, there's a kind of what the cat looks like. Actually, it looks a lot like a ghoulie. Anyway, it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. It had gore. I mean, obviously, it was kind of crappy gore. Funny puppet type monster. You know, a lot like the Ghoulies or something like that. I had fun with it, though. Anyway, Cheesy Flicks put this out. I found his website. He's 81 years old. He's not directing films anymore, but he does sign copies of, I'm talking about Graydon Clark, the director, signs copies of his movies and posters and that kind of thing. And you can also buy Blu-rays. If I would have known, I would have got a Blu-ray of this. I picked this up off of Amazon, but he's got Blu-rays of this on his, and posters. And he signs them for you and sends them out. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, The Uninvited, a lot of fun. This came out in 1987, I believe. It was 87 or 88. I get both years out of this. All right, now for some new arrivals. Just got Thanksgiving in from Eli Roth. I haven't watched it yet. I hear mostly good things. Some people don't really bash on it, but some people are like, oh, it was okay, you know. But other people like, I loved it. I thought it was wonderful. So I'm going to go with that because I'm more, you know, being somebody who loves B-rated movies and so on. If a movie is a really good movie, I'm not going to be too... I mean, even if it's halfway good, I'll love it. I'm not hard on horror at all. You can do so much with the genre and get away with so much. You can't be too hard on horror. It's not drama or you know, or westerns or romance, you know. You can do anything with horror. Anyway, so this looks like a lot of fun. I'm glad I have it in finally. I could have got this on 4K, but I am not a 4K person, and it's probably would have been fine to get this on 4K. Any new movies are probably fine, but anytime they try to do old movies in 4K, sometimes they don't come out so great. But I've had good experiences with some, like Halloween. I think I've talked about that before. Halloween 1978 was great in 4K, but Evil Dead and a few other movies I didn't care for. But anyway, Thanksgiving. This is a great slasher from what I understand. It looks like a lot of fun. Alright, here's a couple of movies that I found out about not too long ago, actually from a fellow YouTuber. Is these Jack in the Box movies, and I know a lot of people have probably been passing these up because they just think, oh, it's just another B-rated crap sci-fi channel thing, you know, which from what I understand is very far from the truth. These movies are actually very unique and very good. Yes, they are low budget, but they are also very fun. There is 3 of these. I have the second one and the third one right now. I've got the first one coming. I thought it was funny that when I ordered these, I got them in reverse. I got the third one first, and then the next day, which was today, I get the second one, and then I got the first one coming later this week, only because it was out of state. But anyway, these movies are fun. They don't really need to be watched in chronological order, because it's we have different scenarios and different cast and everything in each one. Of course, the Jack in the Box is the only thing that's a reoccurrence, but each story for each movie is different. It's not a continuation of any kind, so it doesn't matter what order you watch them in. So I'll probably jump on these probably pretty soon. This one is Jack in the Box Rises. Now these are very interesting. Apparently this is kind of like a Wishmaster kind of a deal, or a djinn kind of a thing. However, this guy is a demon who is in a box, in a Jack in the Box, as you can see back here. And what you do is you have 6, in order for your wish to come true, or to be granted, I should say, you have to you have to kill 6 people and give the souls or the bodies to this guy, to this demon. And when you have completed all 6 and killed 6 people and given them to the demon, then he will grant you your wish. One of them, I think in this one, it's either this one or the other one, I'm not sure which, but I think it is the second one. This gal is dying of cancer, and her son, I believe, uses the demon to get the 6 souls to cure his mom. And I'm not sure what happens in Jack in the Box Rises, but this is the second one, or the third one rather. Looks like it's getting pretty popular too. From what I understand, the creature effects look great. I did watch the trailers for this, and they are interesting. Check out the trailers. I think you'll be sold on these. But I really wanted to thank, I'm sorry I can't think of the name of this channel right offhand. Something Your Movies, I think it is. Your Horror Movies, something along those lines. Anyway, he does reviews on movies, and he brought these out. And I was really curious about these, and when he described them and how much he loved them, I decided to go ahead and get these in. So there they are, or at least 2 of them anyway. Like I said, you don't have to watch these in any chronological order. You can watch them in any order you wish. Each movie is a different situation. Same guy, same demon, but different scenarios, different casts, different situations. So they're all their own stories. So you don't have to worry about, well, I got to watch one first, I was concerned about that because I was getting these delivered in reverse. I got the third one first, second, and then I'm getting the first. And I'm thinking, well, shit, that sucks, because I got to wait until I get the first one in so I can start watching these. But it doesn't matter. I'll probably watch one of these tomorrow, maybe. Alright, lastly, I got the Halloween movies in finally. I dragged my ass on these only because I hear nothing but complaints about these movies. Some people liked them, some people didn't, but for the most part, it's disliked. So, not that I follow people, as you well know. I make my own decisions on things when I watch them. If I like them, I like them, and if I do, I'll tell you I do. I'm not gonna jump on a bandwagon and say I disliked them just because everybody else said so. I haven't seen these yet, but this concludes my Halloween collection. I just need to get these watched and put away. So when I do watch these, I'll watch obviously Kills first, and then I'll watch Ends, and I will give you a review on these when I get done, or at least on each one. I'll do each one separately so I can give you an accurate deal on these. Everybody knows about these, and of course Jamie Lee Curtis comes back in these films. A lot of people, I don't know. Everybody was so excited when they decided they were going to continue on with Halloween, and especially since John Carpenter apparently got on board with one of them. I think he produced, or maybe it was 2 of them. Both of them. I don't know. I don't even see his name on here. Oh, there it is right there. Music by John Carpenter. Oh, okay. And Cody Carpenter. Well, that's nothing new. Based on characters by John Carpenter, and executive producer is John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis and some other people here. And I'm glad they mentioned Deborah Hill, of course. And whether or not he got involved in this one, I'm not sure. Let's see. Probably doesn't tell you there. Probably have to... Man, I am going... That glare is killing it. Okay, music again. Based on characters. Looks like I see his name there again. Yeah, executive producer John Carpenter, Jamie Lee Curtis. Boy, that surprises me. John Carpenter gets involved and people didn't like it. Didn't like either one of these. Of course, I guess he didn't write them, but I don't know how involved he really wanted to be. But you know, after Deborah passed away, I think he kind of fell out of it. But and then decided he was going to come back again. But anyway, that is concluding the conclusion of these. And I'm really looking forward to these Jack in the Box. I can't wait to get the first one in. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. And I really had fun with Uninvited. I definitely recommend it. It is fun. If you like cheesy movies, then you'll love it. You'll love it for sure. I mean, you can see the cat coming out of the other cat. The monster cat coming out of the other cat. The ghoulie. You'll never look at a cat the same way again. I actually really like Strays better than this, but that was a made for TV, but I think they actually it was an R cut on disc, I think. At any rate, the cats are playing with everything but their toys. Alright guys, we shall see you, and I will be continuing on with Dark Corners as I dig deeper into these films. I should have brought some of those films out. However, I didn't, because they're hard to find. They're deep in my collection somewhere. And when you have 3,000 plus films, finding stuff can be a lot more complicated than it sounds. Even if you know where they're at, or at least you have an idea where they're at, it's a challenge. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. And by the way, I'm going to be bringing in other horror films as well. It's not just going to be extreme horror. I'll throw in some just some fun, more mainstream stuff too. And then also, if I can get people to, and I'm not one, and you notice, because I don't do it on my page at all, or I don't do it on my channel at all. I do not beg for likes, and I do not beg for subscriptions and all that shit. But I am now. I want to try to get to 50 subscriptions so I can do live, because eventually we are going to be doing a podcast, and once that goes into effect, I want to be able to do some live stuff with it at the same time. Well, unfortunately, I don't have a computer right at the moment, and the computer that we will be using for that is going to be used specifically for the website portion of it and not for YouTube. So I'll be using the phone, and unfortunately, in order to go live on your phone, you have to have 50 subscriptions, which I'm guessing it's supposedly it's some way to protect the community from spamming and all that crap, which is understandable, I guess. Alright guys, we will see you on the next one. Have a good night, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. Yes, it's Monday. It's still the beginning of the week. I am retired at the moment, so it doesn't mean anything to me. Every day is the weekend. And we'll see you on the next one. Alright, later.